All right, let us talk about time management and setting boundaries. So, this is such an important topic for me, my favorite one, because managing my time and organizing my life to set necessary boundaries made such a positive difference. And it continues to make me feel so much more effective in my life overall. The easiest tip I could give you right away is to invest in a physical schedule. To admit I am old school and I like to write everything down and see it clearly. I also know how much writing physically by hand really helps manifest into reality. Once you have your schedule accessible, make sure you can see a full week in front of you. And it might be more effective for you to use an online calendar or an app if that's what you prefer, and it means that you'll actually use it. You might want to start on paper though. And so you can start by using a week that's empty, and with a pencil, write out your ideal schedule. What does it look like? What time do you wake up in the morning? What time do you go to bed at night? What time do you want to work out? When do you meditate? When do you eat, cook, meal prep? Write out everything that needs to be scheduled that you would love in your life weekly, and schedule it exactly the way that you would love it. What is stopping you from doing that? Is it work? Are you employed or self-employed? Have you ever read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss? Do you know what passive income is? All right. All of those things are things we might eventually talk about. But for now, what does your ideal schedule look like? I need you to visualize it. What is so different than your current schedule now? And why? I actually write out and schedule a month ahead of time. I train, coach, and fascial stretch or massage clients for a living. At the beginning of each month, I look at my schedule and all of my clients throughout each week. I schedule them in. I add my workouts with my ELB crew, my dance classes, my guitar classes, my boxing classes, all of the activities that make my heart sing throughout each week. I block out time for my projects with specific notes and schedule the ARA events ahead of time as well, sometimes way beyond a month. Same for travel. Anytime I've wanted to do something, I've written it down in my schedule, pretty much always ahead of time, and visualized it into reality to eventually plan it. I talk about intention and clarity all the time. The more you write down and see visually everything that you're currently doing, the easier it is to see where you still have time to play with, or if you have no time and or no spaces, and potentially need to cut back on a few things to bring more balance into your life. Maybe you realize you don't spend enough time with TLC, tender loving care. Maybe you notice you have a lot more time on your hands than it seems, and you start asking yourself, why is that? How am I spending my time? Am I mindlessly scrolling on social media? Does time just go by without me noticing anything or doing anything productive because I'm so tired due to neglecting my sleep? How can I manage my time better? What can I change to improve? Are you not taking real care of yourself and are on the verge of a burnout? Where can you remove some things? Plan them further, extend a deadline, or delegate them and replace them with things that make your heart sing. Maybe you need to schedule more sleep time, more quality and earlier. Or you need to start meditating to improve your overall productivity and or help you sleep. You realize that you want to join the free ELB classes that ASM is offering if you haven't already. But maybe the time is not right due to the time zones. So you decide to schedule them at the time that works for you. Make it a habit to schedule everything. You have much more control than you think of your schedule. The moment I started looking ahead and blocking out times for myself, learning to manage my time better, creating boundaries, it made a world of a difference. I used to schedule clients from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I would let my clients choose in between those times. Imagine what happened. A disaster. I would have clients from 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 11, 3, 5, 6, always with all of these gaps, but not enough time to go home and rest. Did I ever learn quickly to gain better control of my own schedule and time? I realized that I really disliked waking up at 4:30 a.m. to be at work for 6. So I started blocking off my 6 and 7 in the morning. I didn't want to start work before 8. Then I blocked off an afternoon slot from 1 to 4, enough time to go back home and rest or run some errands. And then I stopped working at 7 p.m. because I did not want to drive back home in pitch black. And guess what happened then? The moment I did that, my old clients adapted to new time slots close to the same ones and what I wanted. And then I attracted new ones in the exact times I wanted. So when I opened up my schedule to select times with people, I had already blocked off multiple times with already written tasks or simply crossed off those time slots. And people saw that they couldn't block in those times or book them in. So they scheduled with me in my available times. And that's that. It's important for you to set boundaries like that for yourself. You are the creator of your reality. Start acting like it. All right, now let us move on to the next module about getting your story straight.